Hey, it's Punish Green Text here. I don't know why I'm doing this bit. Literally 6 of you wouldn't understand that reference. I'm talking about Punish Creep's work because he got yeeted off YouTube a while ago and then started again and then quit when he almost reached 100k. Now he has a channel that he's completely irrelevant on. Anyway, so yeah, some of you might be confused as to why a channel called Euronews was streaming some bullshit about Bitcoin. That was my account and I got hacked. I don't know 100% what happened, as I hadn't clicked any shady email links like a lot of people originally thought, or even I hadn't really installed any suspicious programs, or haven't even really been on shady websites and doing dodgy torrents or torrenting or anything like that. I wasn't even home when it happened. I was out skating with some friends when I got some notification on my phone saying something about need to relog into Google Play services, which I was like, okay, whatever. It wasn't until I went to log into my YouTube channel again that it said my password had been changed less than an hour ago, and that's when I went to my recovery email that said that had been changed to something else. Next thing I know, I watch as my videos on my channel begin to disappear, and the channel suddenly gets rebranded to some crap called Euronews. Then a stream starts, some more bullshit about Bitcoin, and it was just like some old VOD of just these two old white men talking. I don't know, I watched like half an hour, I just had it on the background, I was just freaking out trying to get my fucking account back. But as I'm trying to do it, I get booted every time with a message saying, "We don't recognize your device, so for your protection we're locking out." Cool, thanks! You notice suspicious activity, so you lock it entirely completely, just giving it over to them. Cool, thanks YouTube and Google. Then about an hour later, as the content begins to disappear from my channel, which thankfully they just privated a bunch of stuff, but also, just looking back, and they're all unprivated and everything's public now this morning. For whatever reason, there's like some videos that looks like they've picked and choose, or they realized I had like 600 videos and they just fucking gave up at a certain point. They're like, whatever, who cares, leave some up. But then, I guess someone reported the live stream, as the channel is then quickly terminated, and the entire thing is gone. So then begins the entire process of trying to get in contact with YouTube or Google, or someone who can get me in contact with YouTube or Google, which I began to half stress to high hell, because I know how much of a bastard it is for some people to reach out to YouTube and get any sort of response. I swear on the daily on Twitter I see someone trying to reach out to YouTube with absolutely no response whatsoever. So I was kinda shitting my pants a little bit. Pissing and shitting and coming in my pants. But thankfully, I do have quite a few friends in the YouTube community, and I haven't really done anything to anger, and I don't really have any enemies in the whole YouTube sphere. So I had quite a few people actually thankfully reach out to me to try and help me. Biggest shout out, of course, to my homie Core. Go sub to all of his shit as well. Go check out also, we have a channel together that some of you may not know about, Silly Buggers. Go check that out too. There'll be links probably everywhere and end cards somewhere. Yeah, Core in the end ended up getting me in contact with Google support, and they then gave me the right forms to then help get my account back. But a word of advice for other creators. Make sure you have a copy of your channel ID somewhere, not the custom URL you have, the actual like ID that you get assigned. You have to either view your in your account to view it, or use some other weird methods. Because I needed that ID to submit the form to get my account back. However, I couldn't just go on my channel and find it because the channel was just fucking deleted. So I was kind of stumped for a while. Thankfully, a fan pointed out to me that on my Discord, I had my YouTube linked, and it just happened to have that channel ID link. So yeah, keep a copy of your ID somewhere because it might come in handy later in case you get hacksaw or some other reason. So when I got the Google account back yesterday, I immediately made a new good password and enabled two-factor authentication. But the account was still terminated. But thankfully, all it took was just one more email just saying, "Hey, I got the account back, thank you so much, but the channel's still terminated because they fucked me while they had it." And yeah, it's now the next day, and overnight they fucking brought it back for me. The mad lads. So yeah, I spent most of this morning putting everything back to how it was. Everything's public that should be public again. The channel's rebranded to Mr. Green Text. I've lost a bunch of subs and still losing subs. Everything's back to fucking normal. So, lesson learned, I guess. Make sure your password isn't dog shit. And I can't remember if I did have two-factor authentication enabled, but make sure you do, and I definitely fucking do now as well. I know it's a hassle, but if you care about the account, it's very much necessary to keep it and have that extra bit of security there. I'm not doing a retake, fuck it. Also, if this video does make it back to you after your unsubbing of being confused as to why this was Euronews for a bit, please do consider resubbing, and if you are just a casual viewer, please do actually sub, because my main goal for this year is to hit 100k followers so I can just get that fucking play button already. Because goddamn, YouTube's making it hard, especially with all creators that are just losing subs at some retarded rate, or hard to get back in the green again. But yeah, I'm confident that this is the year that I will get that 100k fucking YouTube button. And I just want to shitpost my way all the way there. But yeah, that's about all I have about my my hacker time story. Oh yeah, by the way, because I have the account back and Google keeps a history of what has happened to the account and any security and any other phone numbers or emails changed to it, I have the hacker's email and phone number. So let me know in the comments down below what you think I should do with this information and how I might be able to find this fucking cunt as well. Yeah, that's it. I'll catch you later, cunt.